we asked Mr. Nxumalo we assumed he had written those words, and if one goes to page 170, paragraph 2.4, we'll see that the question that we asked Mr. Nxumalo in this regard, and the question was, full details of the person to whom you originally wrote, "This one isn't a panel, is it spoken for? I have two people asking," appearing in the WhatsApp message that you forwarded to Mr. Msibi on 13 June 2023 at 8:43, and we attached the message. The response that we got is at page 175 and is with respect rather evasive. It says the following, paragraph 14. The message referred to in paragraph 2.4 of the notice reads, "This one isn't a panel. Is it spoken for? I have two people asking." It appears that item number 3 of the extract attached to the notice is Annexure B, dated 13 June 2023 at 8:43, and is accompanied by an image of the document. The document appears to be the bid document for contract PSPT 1723 issued by the Transport and Fleet Management Department of the City of Ekurhuleni for the provision of a project management unit and technical services for the development of the City of Ekurhuleni integrated rapid public transport network. A copy is attached here to as ZN2. Thus far, Mr. Nxumalo has told us nothing other than what we told him. I identified the contract by conducting an internet search of the contract number for the purpose of preparing the statement. I had no independent knowledge of it, he says. Well, he emailed that bid invitation to Mr. Msibi on that day. I have no recollection of the circumstances in which it came to be sent, and I'm accordingly unable to identify the person to whom the words were originally addressed or from whom I may have received them. If this message is true, if the statement is true, it is truly staggering that Mr. Nxumalo is dealing with people who send messages purporting to rig tenders on such a frequent basis that he can't remember this one. 17, I record for the Commission's assistance that item 3 of the extract is marked incoming, whereas the notice proceeds on the basis that I wrote those words and forwarded the message to the late Mr. Msibi. It was incoming for Mr. Msibi. I do not believe that this proposition is correct. If the message illustrates that it had been forwarded to the late Mr. Msibi, then it would be on the basis that I had received the message with the aforesaid question and thereafter forwarded the same to the late Mr. Msibi. So he says, well, maybe somebody else wrote those words, but I forwarded them to Mr. Msibi. Additionally, I dispute I was the author of the aforesaid message, as it's not my manner of typing. I do not use abbreviations such as PPL in the normal course. As indicated, I cannot determine with certainty who would have sent me the aforesaid message and the context in which this would have been shared with me or the late Mr. Msibi. However, given the prominent role of the late Mr. Msibi in the public transport industry, together with my involvement in brokering transactions within and for the taxi industry, I would have shared the document with him so as to inquire as whether he'd be interested in the bid. For the sake of completeness, I record I had no involvement in the bidding or award process of the aforesaid contract by the City of Ekurhuleni. So he is claiming ignorance. He can't really explain why he would have forwarded a document to Mr. Msibi that on its face assumes that tenders in Ekurhuleni are spoken for before they are awarded. Still less why he would have done so in circumstances where 2 months previously Mr. Msibi had identified that very specific contract as something he wanted him to deal with.
In communication to him? In
communications to him, absolutely. He also can't really explain something that happens a little later, which is page 144, chat number 2. In fairness to him, he hasn't seen these chats, so he had only his own chats to consult in his memory. But at 24 minutes past, at 24 October, chat number 2, Mr. Nxumalo notifies Mr. Msibi that PMU, that's the Project Management Unit tender, has been submitted for this week's BEC. Department has confirmed. So he's following that tender and knows that it's gone to the BEC. And lo and behold, if we find out where the tender was awarded, we go to the Ekurhuleni webpage of bids awarded in November 2023. That starts on page 150. And if we go down to the top of page 163, we see that the successful bidder in relation to the provision of a project management unit and technical services for the development of the City of Ekurhuleni integrated rapid public transport network from date of award until 30 June 2026 was none other than Camprock Pty Ltd, who had been nominated by Mr. Msibi in April of that year. There is one further issue to address in relation, one possibly two, in relation to this tender. It's a chat on page 143.
Pascalson, who owns Camprock?
And here I must actually fess up and say that in my rush to get this stuff together, I haven't actually, we can do a Windeed search, we'll have that after tea.
But those would be public documents.
They are public documents.
Just adding them to the bundle.
Sorry.
A matter of just adding them to the bundle.
Indeed, we will do so.
We also know from the earlier chat that Nobuthula Nxumalo is associated with Camprock.
Indeed, and if needs be, I can also get that contact card printed out over the tea break. Can I ask that we, in that respect, that we actually take an extended tea break just for me to attend to these logistical issues? We're scrambling a little bit, and we're certainly not going to run beyond lunch today, so it's not like we will lose time by that.
So adjourn now, or
we could adjourn now because I'm going on to a slightly related, but.
okay. So when you say extended, would 11:30 be fine, or do you want later than 11:30?
I think 11:30 would be fine.
11:30. All right. Let's adjourn and resume at 11:30.